dive into the roots of fashion, starting with ancient civilizations. In Egypt, fashion was a spectacle of linen garments, elaborate jewelry, and iconic headdresses. Over in Greece, the art of draping and simplicity reigned supreme with the chiton and himation. Meanwhile, Roman fashion was a celebration of luxurious fabrics with togas for men and stolas for women. From the elaborate headdresses of Egypt to the togas of Rome, fashion began as a statement of status and identity. As we move into the Middle Ages, notice how fashion becomes more modest and functional. This was a time when European attire was primarily about practicality, giving birth to garments such as the surcoat. The church played a significant role in shaping fashion, introducing restrictive dress codes and sumptuary laws that dictated what each social class could wear. This was a time when clothing was more than just about personal expression. It was a visible marker of status and morality. Fashion during the Middle Ages was greatly influenced by societal norms and the church. The Renaissance brought a rebirth of art and fashion, with Italy leading the way. This transformative era saw a shift towards more form-fitting garments, showcasing the human figure in all its glory. The rich fabrics of the time, silks, velvets, and brocades, were adorned with intricate designs, a testament to the skilled craftsmanship of the age. As we venture into the 17th and 18th centuries, the Baroque and Rococo styles rise to prominence. Fashion takes on a new level of opulence, with exaggerated silhouettes and sumptuous fabrics becoming the norm. The French court, under the reign of Louis XIV and the notorious Marie Antoinette, becomes the epicenter of this extravagant trend. The grandeur of the French court was reflected in the elaborate gowns, adorned with lace, ruffles, and intricate embroidery. From the rich fabrics of the Renaissance to the opulence of the French court, fashion became a grand spectacle. The Victorian era introduces corsets and crinolines, while the 20th century brings liberation. As we move into the 19th century, fashion morphs yet again. Corsets, crinolines, and bustles become the norm, shaping women's bodies into the ideal silhouette of the era. But it's not just the ladies stealing the fashion spotlight. Men's fashion also sees a revolution, with the emergence of the tailored suit and the iconic top hat. The Industrial Revolution plays a pivotal role in the evolution of fashion. Ready-to-wear clothing and sewing machines become popular, making fashion more accessible to the masses. Then, as we step into the early 20th century, we witness a distinct shift. The 1920s flapper era shakes up the fashion world with shorter hemlines and a sense of liberation. The influence of Hollywood glamour and wartime practicality also come into play. By the time we reach the 1940s, Dior's new look emerges, emphasizing feminine silhouettes and the waist. Fashion during this period reflected societal changes, from the practicality of war times to the glamour of Hollywood. In the latter half of the 20th century, fashion became a powerful tool of self-expression. The birth of teen fashion in the 1950s marked a shift from adults dictating style to young people leading the way. This change was fueled by the rise of rock and roll, bringing an edgier, more rebellious look into the mainstream. As we moved into the 1960s and 1970s, pop culture's influence on fashion became even more pronounced. The mod fashion of the 60s, the hippie movement, and the disco era of the 70s all contributed to a vibrant and eclectic fashion landscape. This period also saw the emergence of unisex styles, breaking down traditional gender norms and paving the way for greater diversity and inclusivity in fashion. The turn of the century brought a new era in fashion, marked by the rise of fast fashion and the influence of digital media. The internet and social media have democratized fashion, making it accessible to everyone, everywhere. Now anyone can be a trendsetter, and trends can come from anywhere. But as fashion has evolved, so too have our responsibilities. The industry is grappling with the need for sustainability as the environmental and social costs of fast fashion become increasingly apparent. Eco-friendly materials and ethical production methods are no longer optional, they're essential. The fashion industry is being forced to innovate, to find new ways of doing things that are good for both people and the planet. And technology is playing a key role in this transformation. From smart fabrics that can adapt to our bodies and the environment, to 3D printed clothes that reduce waste and increase customization, technology is reshaping the way we think about and engage with fashion. As we look ahead, fashion continues to evolve, reflecting our changing world and shaping our collective identity. Just as it has throughout history, fashion will continue to mirror the times, capturing the spirit of the age in fabric and thread. It's not just about what we wear, it's about who we are and who we want to be. It's a reflection of our values, our aspirations, and our dreams. And as we move forward, fashion will continue to be a powerful tool for self-expression, a way to make a statement and make a difference. Recapping our journey, it's clear that fashion is more than just clothes. It's a dynamic, pulsating chronicle of our times, mirroring societal shifts and cultural evolution. From the modest garb of the Middle Ages, through the opulence of the Renaissance, to the rebellious spirit of the 60s and our current drive for sustainability, fashion has painted vivid portraits of each era. It's a living, breathing narrative, ever evolving, always relevant. Fashion is not just about clothes, it's a canvas of our times,